have support and safe havens in Pakistan. And in the Pakistan's tribal agencies, there are Taliban now, local Taliban in the tribal agencies also. The Taliban are the products of poverty and illiteracy. In Pakistan, they are not a monolith. They are not under one command again. In various places of Pakistan, in the tribal agencies, in the different tribal agencies, or you may have read about the operations in Swat, there are religious leaders, all of whom call themselves Taliban. So there is no one defense line under one command, which some misperceptions in the West, that why doesn't an army of Pakistan, which has 500,000 troops, destroy the Taliban? There is no defense line. There is no one element, one entity under one command. They are all different groups. Even in the extremists within our society call themselves Taliban. So therefore, it's a complex situation, but I want to tell you that these are in minority. And to give you a feel of the minority, out of a 170 million population of Pakistan, the population of the frontier province is about 12 to 13% only. And the population of the tribal agencies, the 7 tribal agencies where there is extremism, there is Taliban, there is Al-Qaeda, is only 2%. And in the 2 tribal agencies where they are concentrated maximum Taliban is South and North Waziristan agency, the population is only 0.3% of Pakistan. So please don't think that the whole of Pakistan is probably reigned. There are Taliban all over Pakistan. So this much for the Taliban. The counter strategy against them has to be to isolate Taliban of Afghanistan from the Taliban of Pakistan through border control measures. I won't go into the details. Pakistan did take a lot of measures. We spoke about mining the border. We spoke about fencing the border. Something was done, some not agreed. But we think that we ought to follow a 3-track approach: military, political, and socio-economic. On the military side, in Afghanistan, there is a shortage of force. In military terms, what we call dilution in space. When a force is less than the total space that they have to control, we call it dilution of space. We need to inject more forces. And may I say, we have to defeat it whatever it costs. So therefore, may I suggest to this August gathering, we have to be able to accept casualties, ladies and gentlemen. On the political side, we have to look for a homegrown Misaq-e-Milli, the same political covenant which was torn. We need to develop a homegrown Misaq-e-Milli in Afghanistan through interaction with saner elements of the same Taliban, which I've been saying since 2001. Deal with the Pakhtuns. We cannot rule Afghanistan with a minority of Panjshiris who are maybe only 8% of Afghanistan. There are, if you go anyone dares to go to Afghanistan, if you land at the airport, you see portraits, life-size portraits of Ahmad Shah Massoud. And on the roundabouts also you see the same, in their offices you see the same. Ahmad Shah Massoud is not a hero to the Pakhtuns. So we are imposing somebody over the vast majority and pushing them and alienating them. Not a correct strategy. In Pakistan, we need to, on the political side, we need to go for deals with the saner elements in the tribal agencies. Now this raises a lot of eyebrows here in the West, I know that. And accusations of double deals and etc. even came against me. Ladies and gentlemen, we must understand that military can only create an environment for you and buy time for you. Ultimate solution of any dispute has to come through political means. Now, when we talk of political means, when we talk of deals with the saner elements, what I've been telling everyone, and I would like to tell you, there have to be 4 elements in that deal. Number 1, no Al-Qaeda in your area. Number 2, no cross-border Taliban activity. Number 3, a penalty for violators. Number 4, a mechanism to ensure the penalty. If these 4 elements are there, it must be signed, the deal. Even if it fails, doesn't matter, you will get some people onto your side, and that is the way forward. So eyebrows must not be raised when there are deals with saner elements of the militants. Because we cannot go on indefinitely through the military means alone. The last element is the socio-economic side, and that needs finances. And there were a lot of agreements with the United States in my time, like ROZs, reconstruction opportunity zones, like money for the development, socio-economic development of the tribal agencies. I will skip that. But what I want to say in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan is a victim of circumstances over the last 30 years. It is not the perpetrator of Al-Qaeda and Taliban and extremism and terrorism. We are a victim, and we have to fight it. We need support and understanding. The third element of terrorism extremism is Talibanization. These are things that Pakistan is facing: Al-Qaeda, Taliban, and then Talibanization. Talibanization being spread by the obscurantist Taliban into the settled districts of the frontier province. And you saw the operation in Swat. May I just say that the people of Swat are moderate. They are against the Taliban. This was proved in February 2008 in our elections, where the religious groups were all defeated and a very moderate ANP won 95% of the seats. But it was later subsequent unfortunate actions of political actions of appeasing the Taliban subsequently when the political government came in that led to the resurgence of the Taliban in Swat. And therefore a stronger military action went in now, because of which 2 million refugees and many casualties were suffered. But one good thing emerged out of it. Because of the atrocities by the Taliban in Swat, the people of Pakistan and the media of Pakistan is totally behind the army now to defeat and crush the Taliban. That is a good that came about from the bad that followed after the elections of 2008.